Hey, so I'm going to tell you how to survive in today's workforce. Because today's workforce is a lot like it was in the late 80s when my generation first started going to work. Don't turn it off, okay? This is not it was so hard in my day, because things are harder right now. But I want to tell you how we kept jobs when the whole world was burning down back then. And you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it at all. But if you want to keep a job where you're just a fucking common everyday worker, you need to listen up. You have no rights. You have no freedoms. They own you. When they tell you to go to work, you go to fucking work. And that's it. That's your only option. Or you lose your job, because there's 100 people lined out the fucking door right behind you. I'm not saying this to be a bitch. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm giving you the reality of you wanting to keep a fucking job because you need to have a fucking job. Now, I understand white collar, different world. I live in a blue collar world. That's where most of us have to exist. And right now, the power is not with the people. If you have a good boss, you fucking hang on to him. If you have a bad boss, you learn how to fucking tolerate him. It is harder than it was back in my day, but not by a lot. This is how we kept jobs. This is why we've worked in the same place for all these fucking years. Because we saw the landscape and realized it's either this or starve. So we adapted, and we let them rule our lives. We get to own homes. That's the trade-off, apparently. That is as good as it's gonna fucking get for us. Welcome to blue collar world. This is why so many of your parents wanted you to go to college. They didn't want you living like this, on the knife's edge of some boss fucking cutting you off because you just don't cut it in their mind. But this is the reality that we live in. And kids right now, hang on to them fucking jobs, because college is moving well out of your league. He is cutting off Pell Grants. He's not going to let you get out from your loans. The golden age that he was talking about was also referred to as the Gilded Age. It's the age of the robber barons. In this age, wealthy people made a lot of money. The wealthy people really, it's why he wants it, because in his income bracket, it was a Gilded Age. It just wasn't for ours. This was a time of no workers' rights, no unions, no nothing. You work 15 hours a day for $1 a day. That's what this time was. And you were grateful for it. And you kissed their fucking ass, because that was as good as you were going to fucking get. Even if for that $1 a day you were the guy that had to set off the bombs. And they weren't that, secure as they are now, as you're blowing up mountains and tunnels and shit. The Gilded Age was not a good time for workers. This is not a good time for workers. All of the power is going to the wealthy, and we're fucked. So, kids, put your heads down. Sacrifice your body, mind, and everything else on the altar of somebody else's wealth, because that is now the hand you have been dealt. By the way, if you don't like it, you know which party is not for you.